Today is Soul Food Sunday.
Coach Nelson.
We are the Malari Movement, and here we are your lifestyle transformation coaches. And what that means is it's our passion, it's our purpose, it's our mission to help our lifers evolve into the strongest, healthiest versions of themselves through functional fitness
and functional faith.
So for those of you who don't know or are brand new to us, I am the owner of Revolve a Life Coaching and Weight Loss Studio. I'm a certified personal trainer, fitness instructor, nutrition coach, Adler trained life coach, and mindset specialist.
Yeah, and I am one of the coaches at R3, kickboxing boot camp coach, and also the operations manager. I'm also a mindset specialist through PTA Global, which was MPI.
And also my partner for life.
And Hubbins.
Yeah.
So what is it today?
So today is Soul Food Sunday, and I hope fed your soul a little bit with that song that I sang at the beginning. And if you didn't know, we just finished a 4-week series all about SMART goals, and it was more fitness focused. It was all about the secret to SMART goals, how to crush your New Year's resolution to get fit, lose weight. And this time we're moving towards another passion of ours and our that reflects our values and our beliefs, which is functional faith. But Crystal, Nelson, what is functional faith?
Yeah.
So we are in week 2 of a 3-week series all about how to develop functional faith. Literally that type of faith that is with you daily through thick and thin, through life's tribulations, and what will get you through everything that God throws at you.
Yeah. So our intention for this week and for this series is that we wanted to make it easy and very relatable, so that you can apply it in the sense of how we apply our functional fitness. And Coach Crystal is going to go through those phases and the phases that we are going to take it through functional fitness.
Exactly. So there's functional fitness and functional faith. And as a personal trainer, I take my clients through periodization, through phases, in order for them to develop and to get stronger and achieve whatever fitness goal they have. The same with functional faith. There are phases that we will share with you and tools that we share with you that will help you develop that functional faith. Now, last week we talked about the foundation phase, and in fitness, it's basically what is the reason for you wanting to lose weight, get fit, or whatever. What are your fitness goals, and why do you want to achieve them? And that's what the reason. In terms of functional faith, why do you want functional faith? What is your reason? Are you going through some trial or tribulation right now? Is there, sickness that either you are fighting through or someone you love is fighting through? Is there a job promotion that you are fighting for? Is it
someone that passed away in your family, if anything?
Did you perhaps lose faith in relationships because you've gotten your heart broken? So we want to help you develop functional faith, the type of faith that is there day in and day out. And we believe that number one, to have functional faith is to believe that God will not put you through anything that you cannot handle. And we're going to kind of dive deep, and we're going to take a look at the analogy of functional fitness and functional faith, because they are very, very similar in terms of developing your physical muscles versus your faith muscles.
Yes. So we are going to get started in
we're on to phase 2.
Phase 2.
So this is the build phase in the fitness world, and in the functional faith development, we call it your reflection phase.
So here we have our functional faith, phase 2, build phase, reflecting on your sin and spirit nature.
Okay, so in the build phase of in the fitness world, in terms of developing and building your physical muscles, you have to endure stress. And what I mean by stress, lifting weights is stress. It's stress on your muscles. But you cannot expect your muscles to grow if all you lift are 1 to 2 pound dumbbells. So you have to put your muscle through greater stress in order for them to develop. So whether it be lifting heavier or training harder with more intensity, that type of stress is absolutely necessary if you want to develop your physical muscles.
As for faith muscles, God puts you through trials and tribulations. So as an example, stress, to test your faith muscles, essentially. So with our faith is exactly the same thing as for the physical muscles. We have to ensure and we put our faith through stresses, and we go through certain storms, and those are the tests in our lives that where it's going to allow us to build that faith that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. So that type of stress, what the trials and tribulations that God puts you through, it is absolutely necessary to go through that type of stress to develop your faith muscle. Because how are you going to know if you have great faith unless you're tested? So that's the comparison there. Now, with physical muscles, we go back to the left side, your mindset can accelerate your training. For example, you can get that one more rep in, or it can stop you from performing better. For example, if you're trying to, you're doing a race, and you're the last 10 seconds, your mind gives up and you slow down and you don't beat, your competitor, or you don't beat your own time. So your mindset is a game changer when it comes to building your physical muscles and building that physical strength. If you allow your mind, your body can do it. But if you allow your mind to get the better of you, your mindset, it can totally put a stop. You can plateau your training, and you won't go as far as you should be, in terms of your fitness goals.
As far as our faith muscles, mindset can help you get through the trials or achieve your goals with which will make you lose hope and give up. So in essence, there are certain things or certain situations that you will go through in life where you may give up. You'll lose that hope just because it didn't happen the next day or a week or a month. Certain things take time. So the same thing with mindset for the muscle. Like, you have to stick with that rep. You have to continue that journey in building your muscles, because it's not going to happen in 2 days. It's not going to happen in a week or in a month. It may take years, but that is the same thing with our faith, our mindset towards faith. It's something that we always have to feed. When you feed that fire, it just continues to grow.
Well, and the caveat is, when it comes to your faith muscles, you have to keep in mind, and this is what we believe, is that it's all God's timing. Mm-hmm. And it's not your timing. So this is where your mindset comes in. You have to have complete faith that whatever it is, whether it be, like I said, if you're fighting a sickness, or a loved one is fighting a sickness, have faith that they are going to get better. Or, that job promotion, you have faith that you've done everything you can to get that job. And if it's meant to be, it'll happen. Or, have faith that the relationship that you're in is going to work. Whatever your personal situation is, that's where your mindset kicks in. Mm-hmm. And this is where we're going to break down. There are basically two narrators, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more in detail, but I just wanted to introduce the notion of there are narrators that tell the story that's in your head. Your mindset has two narrators. One of them is your sin nature, and the other is your your spirit nature. And but let's finish off our slide here as we talk about what happens, for example, in the when you're trying to build physical muscles, when you're trying to get strong. After periods of stress, okay, so you're done your training, the training will be worth it. It's kind of like that saying, no pain, no gain. So what is that gain? After training, you are going to become stronger. You are going to be faster if that's your goal. You will have more energy. You will have more confidence. You will sleep better. There is a slew of benefits from sticking to being consistent and disciplined and working through the stress of working out. And it's worth it.
And the same goes for our faith muscles. After periods of stress and trials that we go through and tribulations, it's all worth it. We become closer, have a closer relationship with God. We feel at peace. We have better relationships with our spouse, our family members, and friends. And you are more confident when your faith is growing.
Yeah, because you totally, believe and you've experienced that, yes, I can get through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So now we want to break down the sin nature and spirit nature. Like I had mentioned, the two narrators. And both of these natures, both of these narrators, they've developed over time through experiences in your life, through events, both positive and negative, through relationships in your life. And the key thing now in developing your faith muscles is becoming aware of which nature speaks the loudest, which narrator tells the story in your head. Now, often we do have, a bit of both, but one is normally more dominant. And we'll now share you in detail what we mean by your sin nature and spirit nature.
So what is your sin nature? What does it sound like? I can't. It's too hard. I'm not good enough. I'm not worth it. I'm too tired. I'm too busy. How does that sin nature look like? It can look like anger, frustration, resentment, unforgiveness, procrastination, laziness, pride, and even impatience. So how does our sin nature feel like? Depression, anxiety, bad temper, jealousy, and envy.
And those are all just a few examples, but it's funny because your sin nature, although we're talking about, we're really focusing on developing your faith muscle, this is exactly what we hear at the studio. Like right now we're just beginning a new 6-week challenge, and these are, we really break down, and this is what makes us different from all the weight loss challenges out there, is we focus on your sin nature and your spirit nature, because the sin nature are literally the excuses in your head that stop you from achieving your fitness goals. So that I'm lazy, I'm too tired, I'm too old, I'm too busy, all of those, that's your sin nature. That is what's going to stop you from achieving your weight loss goals. And the same with your faith muscles. So whatever other goals you have outside of fitness, like we mentioned, maybe getting a job, starting a new relationship, whatever trial or tribulation you're going through, that sin nature can stop you from getting through that trial or tribulation or achieving that goal.
Yeah, and what happens is when you focus and zone in way so much on your sin nature, and when the enemy gets to you, what happens is that you get down into like a really deep, dark hole. And then at the end of that period, what happens, and when you go through that is, you may have anxiety, and you become depressed. And that's basically something where we don't want to go. So that's why it is so important to be and have and develop that spirit nature within your mindset.
And develop your faith muscles. And, anxiety and depression, that's only one symptom or one outcome. It could even be the root cause of a lot of dis-ease. And that's what disease is. It's dis-ease. ease. So believe it or not, resentment, anger, unforgiveness, those types of feelings where your sin nature is it's so stubborn and it's holding on to those feelings. What happens is it could develop into a heart attack. It could be high blood pressure. It could be a numerous physical symptoms. And so what happens is, we tend to medicate ourselves and we don't really figure out what really caused this. So, and it's amazing that your sin nature, it can stop you from being healthy in body in terms of your physical being, your well-being, and your mind and your spirit.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it really, truly is the driver in not achieving your fitness goals, your relationship goals, your career goals, your dreams, your aspirations. It truly can weigh you down, cause a plateau, hold you back. And a lot of people think that that's who they are. And what we want to share with you is it isn't. It isn't.
It is not you.
It's not you. That is not who you truly are. So we hope that, through the growth work,
yes,
not homework,
it's
growth work, that we're going to offer to you at the end of our live broadcast is that, reflect on it. And we're excited that you hopefully take this journey with us so that you can develop these faith muscles.
Right. So we're just going to move on to the next one and basically let you know what spirit nature is.
So your spirit nature, your true self, your real self sounds like I can. I am good enough. I am worth it. I have energy. I will make the time. I am committed. It looks like joy, forgiveness, love, laughter, excitement, willingness, patience. And it feels like humility, happiness, positivity, energy, resilience, courage, strength, hope, and most importantly, peace. So again, when you consider building your physical muscles, really honing in and developing that spirit nature, it will get you through those days where you do not want to work out. It'll get you through the days when you had a long, hard day at work and the last thing you want to do is work out. And the same with your faith muscles, having that kind of resilience and that peace of mind and forgiveness in your heart, no matter what God throws at you, right? You will get through it because you have peace of mind that you can handle that stress. And that test and tribulation is to test your faith, and it is only going to make you stronger.
Right. Because at the end of the day, with having you building your faith muscles, like I was mentioning earlier, it may not come right away, but there may be people put in your lives that are going to help you to that next step.
Or not.
Or not.
Like these people might even be there to teach you something,
Absolutely.
Like teach you patience.
Yes.
Like that could be your own spouse or children.
What are you trying to say?
Or children even,
It is so true.
Yes.
It is so true.
Like they honestly, sometimes your greatest teacher is the one that you love the most, because they're the ones who truly test your patience, who, really test your courage and your kids as well. Like, wow, they're a beautiful gift, but sometimes you just want to, right?
Yeah.
But that's what we're saying, where you want to develop and be more aware of that spirit nature.
Yeah. And like we were saying, like going back to the analogy with working out, in order to build your strength, build your muscles, and where you are in the build phase, you may lift a 5-pound dumbbell when you're in the gym or when you're working out, and that's, that's pretty easy. But what are you going to do from there to grow and gain more muscle? You have to go up to the next 10 pounds, the next weight level up. So as far as our in spirit nature, that's the same thing with our faith. We may have this faith, but it's kind of just like mediocre. We know we have faith, but we don't really do anything. But in order to get stronger with our faith muscles, we have to lift heavier. We have to go through certain storms.
You will go through
certain situations, and those are the situations and storms that are going to help and build your faith up. And it's important for all of us to build that growth.
Yes, because that's what's ultimately going to help you achieve your goals and your dreams in your life. And it could be from developing a stronger relationship, personal relationship with God. It could be developing a better, stronger, healthy relationship with your spouse. It could be becoming be a better mother or father to your kids. Whatever it is, going through that trials and tribulations, just like having to lift heavier weights, you have to go through that stress.
And if it means for you to, on the faith side, if it means for you to pray, if it means for you to meditate, these are the exercises that you have to do in order to build your faith. With working out, there's certain particular exercises you have to do to grow those muscles. So that, to us, like, we really feel that we can relate to that, and that's how we relate it to our members in any of our challenges that we do. And that's essentially what we would love for you guys to reflect, which was the first episode, and now it's like, how are we going to build that?
Well, the first episode was your reason.
Sorry.
So
yes.
the first episode was the foundation phase, which is what is your reason. Now we're on the build phase, which is reflection. So with your growth work, what we encourage you to do is this week, pay attention to your sin and spirit nature. What does your sin and spirit nature sound like, look like, and feel like? Maybe it's journaling about it, maybe it's praying about it, but we encourage you to start becoming more aware of which nature is the narrator in your mind, because there is going to be one that's more dominant. So if you have plateaued in your faith, if you have a weak faith, if you have a seasonal faith, and you want to develop that into a more functional faith, it starts with awareness. It starts with what is your reason, and now to develop it, okay, I'm going through this trial and tribulation, or I have this goal that I want to achieve, but what is holding me back? Is it because my sin nature is the one that's in here telling these stories over and over and over again in my head, and I'm attached to them, and I think that's who I am? Or, does it mean that I need to listen to my spirit nature more? I need to hear that spirit nature speak and realize that, yes, I can. And these tests, these tribulations, they're meant to make me stronger. And these goals and these dreams, although they seem so far-fetched, don't let fear stop me, because I have faith, in what I'm going through, that I can get through it. So with that being said, we would love to invite you to join us next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to wrap this all up with the final phase, which is the burn phase in fitness, but it is how we're truly going to achieve that functional faith. We went through reason, reflection, and now we're going to go through result. So what is the outcome? And we're going to dive deep into that, and hopefully through this journey, us being not just your personal trainer, but your spiritual trainer, we hope that, you have been, just reflecting on these questions that we've brought to you.
Absolutely. So you've got some growth work to do, guys.
Yes. Growth work or 50 burpees. I'm just kidding.
Thank you so much. So if you were watching us live, thank you so much. And if you're watching the rebroadcast, we also thank you. And what can we give our lovely revolvers, all
our viewers?
Yeah.
Well, we, if you don't know, I also have my own fitness show on cable TV. It's called Revolve Life Fit TV, and the first season from episode 1 to 12 is out right now. And I'd love to give you the promo code. It's
We'll be attaching it.
Yeah, we'll attach a link below this, and basically these workouts, it's perfect for any fitness level, whether you are a beginner exerciser or you're an avid exerciser. Beginners, you could use no weights at all, your own body weight is enough, or you can use water bottles or canned goods if you don't have any dumbbells. And my avid exercisers, trust me, right? Yep. He was one of my backup dancers. Sweating up a storm. You just need a pair of dumbbells, and it's an awesome 20-minute workout. You'll burn fat effectively. There's awesome nutrition tips as well within the first 12 episodes. So to continue that, whatever your New Year's resolution is to hopefully get fit, get stronger, get healthy, we want to help kickstart that journey with you with the Revolve Life Fit TV Season 1. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. You are exactly what awesome looks like. And we hope that you guys join us next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Malari Movement as we finish off Functional Faith.
Have a good night.